You know what? In the vampire community, there's a terrible penalty for killing one of your own kind. Not only are you burned to death by the sun, you can be walled in for the rest of their lives. When the vampires realized Dia had killed Lester, they came out in droves and captured Louis Clark and the woman who was turned to punish Dia. The vampires locked Dia and the woman in a deep well. They waited for the sun to come out and burn them to death, and Louis was sealed in a coffin in the wall. When Amon arrived to rescue Louis from the wall, Dia and the woman had been reduced to ashes by the sun. They fell apart at the slightest touch. The love of his life was gone. Louis was furious, had a look on his face that he had never seen before. So one night, Louis emptied the casks and set fire to all the coffins in the underground palace. The vampires screamed as they burned. Louis, who had never hurt anyone, went on a killing spree that night to avenge Dia's death. With his revenge complete, Louis took to the streets. He was almost burned by the weak light of day. Amon appeared just in time and saved him. After that, Louis couldn't get Dia out of his mind. When Amon asked him to leave, he wandered away. For many years, he moved from country to country, but the world was like the inferno to him. 100 years later, Louis returned to his native America. By this time, the movie had already appeared. Thanks to this invention, Louis saw the rising sun again and the blue sky. When he stepped into his former estate, inside, the grass was dead and the bodies of rats were piled up on the ground. Louis felt strange. He went inside the house. He found a dying Lester. He had been waiting for Louis. When he finally arrived, he was as handsome as he remembered. Lester was happy, but now Louis had become so powerful. Lester was afraid of him. The relationship between the two of them changed. Lester was determined to keep Louis. Once rejected. This long story has no end. Now, hundreds of years later, a reporter has recorded the story. Hearing Louis describe his painful past, he still wanted to become a vampire, to live forever. The reporter played the recording. He wanted to make a fortune on the story. Suddenly, a hand came from behind and grabbed him. It was Lester. He sucked the reporter's blood. He was restored to his former splendor. When he heard the recording, Lester grumbled disdainfully. He's been hearing that for centuries. Yes, he has. This was the first time Lester had done something for Louis. I don't know how many times. He's been watching his back all along. And Lester now gave the reporter a choice: to die with regret or live forever in pain. If it were you, what would you choose?